Pressure building on New York Governor Andrew Cuomo to resign after two more women accused him of inappropriate behavior. Also, as nearly 50 lawmakers on both sides of the aisle say they want him to leave office. That includes the Speaker of the Assembly as well as the Democratic leader of the Senate. Let's bring in our panel, Dave Avila and Leslie Marshall. Leslie, to you, first of all, how long can Cuomo hang on? Can he?
Well, quite frankly, even though a lot of people may want him to resign, one, the people of New York elected him. Two, everybody is entitled to due process. Three, especially if he feels he's innocent, a lot of people are also saying, let the investigation play out. John, part of the problem that I'm hearing from my fellow Democrats is the hypocrisy from the right. Why were 26 women lying about Donald Trump, and there were calls in 2019 and 2020 for his resignation, and nothing was done? Why is there silence about Madison Cawthorn's accusers right now, but only Governor Cuomo is being asked to resign? As I've said before, I believe women when they come forward, regardless if they're attacking and claiming that the perpetrator is a Democrat or Republican.
Leslie, you said due process there, and I told the control room we weren't going to use this, but we are. Let me rewind the clock back to when Eric Schneiderman was facing allegations of sexual assault in an article in the New Yorker magazine. David, here's what Cuomo said at the time. My personal opinion is that given the damning pattern of facts and corroboration laid out in the article, I do not believe it is possible for Eric Schneiderman to continue to serve as Attorney General, and for the good of the office, he should resign. There was no due process that the governor was affording there, yet he wants it himself.
John, these Cuomo cover-ups may well end up with not only Andrew Cuomo in jail, but potentially as an accomplice, his brother Chris Cuomo. Will an investigation show that all the times Chris Cuomo had his brother Andrew on to talk about the great job he was doing with the nursing home was actually part of their project to cover up what was really going on? We're going to have to find that out. Just as we now have learned that it was during the Cuomo administration that the Tappan Bridge, the Mario Cuomo Bridge, has used faulty equipment after a worker was injured, and now we're finding out bad parts were used during the Cuomo administration. And then here's the real kicker, John. The very laws that Andrew Cuomo is violating, the workplace harassment that he is doing, are in violation of the very law he signed in 2019. I mean, talk about a case where you didn't read the very bill you signed. Cuomo's saying you didn't even know it was in there.
Leslie, it seems as though Democrats are equally anxious to get Cuomo out of there as their Republican counterparts are. New York Post editorial saying, quote, it's no coincidence that the loudest voices in his own party condemning the governor have been the lefties because he's resisted their pernicious policies in the past. They want him sidelined. Cuomo may well make catastrophic concessions to buy them off. Does the left want him out, and may he try to buy them off?
I don't think he'll try and buy them off. I think he'll try and make some phone calls and do some convincing. But, John, you know, this is nothing new from my party. My party wants to hold people accountable. Senator Al Franken is no longer a senator. Katie Hill is no longer in the House. We're not silent on the left, even when there are accusations against one of our own party, if you will. And I think what's happening, you're seeing with Governor Cuomo, is exactly what's been happening. Democrats have a line in the sand. Democrats say, look, you know, these accusations, they're serious. These accusations sound credible, and therefore they are holding this individual, regardless of Democrat or Republican, to the same standard that they would hold a Republican. I would love to see my Republican buddies on the right do the same.
David, quick response from you. Give me 10 seconds.
We got a legislature that's considering impeachment, and Cuomo came out yesterday and said, if you're going to go after me, I'll get the state agencies to start looking into what you're doing, which in many cases is seen as extortion if you're telling the very people that are going to try you that you're going to go after them.
David Avila, Leslie Marshall, always good to see you. Thanks so much for joining us on this Monday. Sandra?